YouTube, what's going on? My name is Argon. Welcome back to some Fortnite informational, instructional, conversational type content. Today I want to dig deep, guys. Dig super deep into all the leaks and all the information that's going on in Fortnite Battle Royale today, right now for Season 5, the leaks that are going on. I made a video about all the latest that's been, well, up until the time I made the video. Go ahead, you can check that out. There should be a card popping up on your screen. However, there's been more information about updates since then. For example, they just released, the little teaser image that says Worlds Collide on the new news update. It looks like a mask of some kind. A lot of people thought it was Egyptian. A lot of people thought it might have to do with Japanese culture. I'll get into that. And of course, they've been having llamas pop up all over Europe in real life, along with what's going on in, the States with the Der Burger symbol, or the Der Burger, whatever you want to call it, and the tomato head popped up recently as well. A lot of stuff going on, guys, and I want to go dig deep into. I know a lot of people have been thinking, oh, okay, well, we're just gonna have a mashup of of different types of maps, and that's what's going to be in Season 5. I think I might be onto something here. This is my theory on what I think is going to happen for Season 5, what I think it all means, and I wish I could put together more dots, but man, I've been looking into this so much. I've been really thinking about it, just trying to understand and connect the dots to make a solid story that makes everything come together to make sense. It's a little bit hard because there's a lot of stuff that's jumbled up, but we're going to go ahead and start talking about it right now, guys. Now, this all kind of centers around the guy called the Visitor, who was the guy who unlocked when it was the blockbuster. Everybody thinks that he's the one that launched the rocket, that maybe potentially he was in the rocket. If you guys were in the rocket launch sequence and you remember that when he hit he first reached the sky and he broke off, he was about to come down into Tilted Towers, there's audio cue that played where he said zero possibility of life, setting coordinates, and then he says engaging particle accelerator. Now, a lot of this has to do with that, guys. My theory is this: the images we're seeing pop up, the Wild West theme, the Egyptian stuff, even the mask today, basically that's a mask. It could be Egyptian based on the little gold emblem in the middle of the head, but realistically it's a Japanese thing called a kitsune, I think is how you say it. Basically it's a fox. Kitsune is Japanese for fox. That foxes show up in Japanese folklore quite a lot as their ability to deceive people, and they all have the ability to shapeshift into like human form. So it's a lot of stuff going on in Japanese folklore surrounding that, that icon. And if you think about what that means, it means it's deceiving you. And then in the little teaser text it said with the Worlds Collide coming in Season 5, right? So this is my theory, guys. I'm going like a little bit nutty over this, but essentially here's what happened. When the rocket launches and he comes back down to Tilted, he starts breaking in and out of the map, and people are thinking that he's traveling through time while he's doing that. There's a lot of weird theories. Unfortunately, being that this is still a game, they can really mess with the physics a lot to where I can't really put it all together for it to make sense. So there's a little bit of fiction going on, a little bit of made up science behind it all. But here's what I think he's doing. When he says engaging particle accelerators, a particle accelerator is something that takes a lot of energy and it uses it to create these beams of light, essentially like protons, and it gets them to go almost to the speed of light. So it's just, we have these devices today. Presumably this guy has it in the future that he brought it back. But if you can get it to a point where you can travel close to the speed of light or as fast as light, you could potentially travel in time. That's what whole Einstein's theory of relativity had a lot to do with. That's what that's all about. So my thinking is this guy has this technology that's super advanced. It's kind of based off the Hop Rocks, and he's able to create a particle accelerator. He had a particle accelerator, so he used that so he could travel through time, and he's created these warp zones, kind of rifts that you see through the map now. What he's essentially doing is, as these are gaining energy and they're growing and growing and growing, ultimately all the places where there are rifts are going to zap through, and it's not going to make too much sense unless I say it slowly. It's saying Worlds Collide, right? So it's going to take places from our Earth and put it in the game, and then you can kind of see the reverse. They're putting llamas in Europe, they're putting Der Burger over into the desert of California. So we're gonna see real actual places from like the world history appear in the map, or kind of similar type things like the Wild West, the Egyptian stuff, the Viking stuff. And my theory is because the villain, he's called the Visitor, he's a villain. I think he's trying to bring back people that were of strong empires, like the Egyptians. The Vikings were strong warriors. Wild West is like the U.S. closest thing we have to that kind of thing. I'm thinking some of these things appearing in Europe might have to do with Napoleon. He was also an emperor, or whatever you want to call it, conqueror, big warlord, basically. I think that's all going to come into the map all at once, and it's all part of this plan to create this huge destruction. That's what the whole, there will be no survivors or no signs of life or whatever it was that he said. That's what it's going to be based on, guys. That's my theory. He went through, he created all these rifts, which are just kind of gaps in time that he can then zap from a different, essentially different universe, which is our Earth, and zap things through into that map. And he'll create this big kind of smorgasbord of different things that are from our history, which are from the most powerful times of our history, put them all together in one map and just maybe see a bunch of mutual destruction. So we would expect season 5, guys, that it's going to be a bunch of stuff that we've seen in our own world history. And then we're going to see things over the course of that season start to destroy each other. Should be pretty cool. This is my theory. Like I said, it's loosely based on what we have seen here with a little bit of theorizing myself. I haven't seen this theory anywhere else, so I might be the first one to come up with it. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, guys. What are you thinking that he's going to be doing for season 5? What's it all mean? There's a lot of stuff that doesn't make a lot of sense. What are all the coordinates? What are all the llamas doing? Like, other than, I think the stuff that they're putting in the real world is kind of a, what do you want to call it? A foreshadowing that our stuff is going into the map and the map stuff is coming into our world. That's just what I think it means. It could be a little bit of randomness. I'm hoping more stuff comes out that supports this. If I was right, that'd be super cool. But either way, guys, like I said, if you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button. If you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're not following me on social media, those links are down in the description below. And as always, guys, my name is Argon, and may you never die to a bush. Peace.